What's going on, man? I'm trying to change something here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what's going on, man? I know it's a late stream for me, but I'm trying to figure out why Facebook keeps putting the wrong goddamn title on my videos. And it did that for the last few videos, and I don't even know why. All good, man. What's going on? Yeah. So we are going to do something a little bit different tonight because I don't know what I'm going to do, to be honest with you. I just literally got into the house not too long ago. We had a basketball game, little league basketball game today. And we coached, stuff like that. So that is nearing. I will have a little bit more time on my hands, but yeah, man. I got a little thing I'm gonna try to do on my live streams now to help me come up with some content. Actually, I put this together not too long ago, and I'm gonna kind of test it out tonight, see how that goes. So if you're watching, it's gonna be like a little test run or whatnot. So all good, man. Hopefully you guys are gearing up for, you know, the holidays and enjoy the 3-day or 4-day weekend, depending on your occupation and what you do. All right, cool. That song is over with, but we still need a music bed. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start sharing some screens here. And before we do, man, make sure you go ahead and check out the channel, man. Check out the content here. I actually been kind of lacking a little bit, and that's all good. Actually been kind of busy, but we back on it once again. And yeah, man, we're gonna do our damn thing and stuff like that. Like the video as well, man. If you hopping on here and stuff like that, and I'm gonna pay some more bills here, man. Make sure you go ahead and check out the website, and you know what I'm saying, see what I'm working with, man. And also check me out here and everything that I do. I actually been kind of lacking this year with the kids, man. It's sports. So everything wrapping up. Thank you for real. They wore my ass out. All right, enough about that though, man. Do have a little project. Hopefully I can finish up. Actually, it is finished. I just gotta just finished the mastering on yesterday and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll get this 4-pack instrumental out and get some motion under myself for self motivation and stuff like that, man. So hopefully I can get around and get a chance to take care of that as well, man. So yeah, man, make sure you got any questions, man. Hit the chat. I'll be monitoring. I'm not trying to do too much tonight, to be honest with you, so that's why I'm gonna do the next thing, man. Going to the screen right now, man. We are going to definitely not check that out. That's what I have, some music playing in the background. But we're gonna do this thing right here. I have this spin the wheel type of motion right here, and we're gonna come up with a topic, whatever it is. If it makes sense and it gives me enough time to do it, then I'll do it. If not, I'll just spin the wheel again or whatnot. But yeah, man, let's see what we can get ourselves into and see what we can do tonight, man. So without further ado, man, let's go ahead and spin this wheel real quick. Let's spin it one more time. Y'all can hear that wheel. I ain't confident. Let's get in here. Let's get in here. What we got? What we got? The suspense music. Okay. As should. All right. Soundscaping and atmosphere. All right. That may take a while because you have to set that up. I'm gonna do it one more time. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one time. I'm trying to find a quick topic here. Let's do it one more time, y'all. Uh-oh. We ran out of music, y'all. We ran out of music. We ran out of music. Studio maintenance tips. Ooh, that's a good one right there. My studio ain't maintenance. Let's see here. What I want to kind of actually go over with you guys, I don't have it with me. Let's do another one. I have to be prepared on that one right there. Cause my shit junky right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't been here. Viewer showcase. I ain't on that level yet. Let's do it one more time. God damn. I don't think nobody rock with me, man. My algorithm kind of got flaky a little bit during my busy season here. Live Q&A session. Ain't nobody on right now. Damn it. Now, when I was playing around with this earlier, it was giving me all good talking points. Let's see here. Beat battle recap. Nah, we ain't got no beat battle going on. Now, these were some topics, I ain't gonna lie to you. I kind of collected over a couple of years during COVID, and okay, all right, here we go. Melody creation. Bet this is something we could do, kind of play around with and stuff like that. All right, so melody creation, this is what we'll be talking about. Yeah, so let's talk about what a melody is. If you don't know, the melody is kind of like something that'll carry the track. It really kind of give you that idea as an artist, give you that idea to create a hook or create a song idea and stuff like that. And really the melody kind of established the song for us, the solidity. What's the word I'm looking for? The solidity, if I'm not mistaken. But it basically defines the song for us, like you know what I'm saying, for as on the instrumental side, it defines the song. Without a melody, you know, a song wouldn't be a song or instrumental or whatnot. So melodies are that tune, that's something that you can always go back and remember, you know what I'm saying? Even as an artist, you know, the main melody of the lyrics is more than likely the chorus, or what we call hooks or choruses or whatnot. So excuse me, the melody is definitely a important piece to any record. And you know what I'm saying, you have to come with it with a melody really well, stuff like that. So it says melody creations. From a producer standpoint, that means, you know, getting something and making something that's real catchy. And we can kind of spend a couple of minutes on here, because I'm not lying to you. We can stay on that all day, but I don't want to be on here too long tonight, and everything like that. But we're going to talk about melody creation. The music has ran out. That means it's time for me to shut up and get busy. All right, cool. So melody creation, let's go ahead and do it. Now, one more thing I want to add with melody creation, as we all know, AI is a big factor that's coming a part of society right now. So you can create melodies with AI, to be honest with you, by way of prompts and stuff like that. So we all know Suno and what's the other one? Udie. Udio and Suno and stuff like that, and there's some others out there. I got one that's playing some music in the background. It's called Sound Raw. But these AI generated machines or softwares or websites or whatnot, they can also help you come up with melodies. And it probably wouldn't be useful for as a producer is concerned, but it probably would be useful for an artist to come up with, like, the main melody of the song, or give you some type of assistance in coming up with the idea of the record and stuff like that. So that's another way you can kind of look at melody creation as well. But no matter how you do it or whatnot, as long as you're getting the job done, it helps you spark that creative side of you, especially if you're going through some type of blockage of creativity. Saying beat block, writer's block, whatever the case may be, man. So yeah, melody creation, man. Let's go ahead and tune it up and get into reasons here. We're gonna go ahead and just in that browser right there, and got a little instrument that I was kind of playing around with here, and yeah, so we're in UVI right now, which is a really, really good instrument to kind of create some melodies behind and stuff like that. When it comes to melodies and you're a producer, beat maker, whatever the case may be, your instrumentation is going to be key. You don't want to just choose, a stock instrument out of your DAW, especially if you're going for a catchy melody. Now, if you're cold at it and you know how to sound design, that'll actually work out in your favor. But the better the sounds, the better the melody. That's what I was told when I was trying to learn how to do all of this stuff or whatnot. The better the sounds, the better the melody. So you always want to choose a high quality VST instrument. And these days there's a lot of very, very awesome melody instruments out there. We can start with UVI. I just really don't know what we can choose for as a library is concerned, but what I can do is, let me see if I could do some random shit up here. We'll just go ahead and get rid of the OB Legacy here, and I'm just gonna take my mouse here and just look at this live stream playback screen and just choose a patch and see what it'll put us on. And hopefully it's a melody type sound. And we have Synth Anthology 3 pulled up. Looks like a lead sound. Let's see what we got. Let's see here. Now that right there, you could use that as a melody, but it just depends on how you're gonna play it. It could be a melody like that, but I don't like that sound right there, man. So let's go back here and go back to the browser here. Browser again. Let's choose something a little bit different. That's more kind of like, it could be a melody, but it really, to be honest with you, it'll fall under a counter melody category, because I can hear that being filling up some space with a melody. All right, I can't really see what's going on here. We chose Synth Anthology again. What the fuck? All right, that's a good sound for a melody. Most of the times with melodies, it's going to be something that you can kind of get the beat started, or help you get the beat started and stuff like that. And I kind of want to, this is going to be more of a discussion than me just sitting here making beats. I get tired of people, a lot of people make beats, but I kind of want to just kind of like help people understand certain things. So with this melody right here, with the sound right here, you can kind of create a melody, and I'm just going to just play off the head, and let me just change some keys here. All right, cool. With this type of sound, you could butter it up. So with melodies, effects can kind of help you scope your melody that you're trying to go for. It just really depends on what you're gonna do with it. I'm gonna try to find this multi-effect unit that I got as a recent extension, and it's a really dope extension. It allows you to have a plethora of effects to help you sculpt those melodies, and also a nice little preset bank on top of that as well. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. I just gotta find it, y'all. Just give me 1 second. Shit. Hell, I haven't pulled it up in a minute either. I haven't really been in Reason in a long time. Been kind of busy a little bit. Here it is. All right, so this is a Reason extension device right here from who this from? Experimental Sounds. It's a vendor off the Reason shop, and they sell different type of plugins and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying, it has pretty much a lot of stuff on here: tape saturation, glitch, delay, wave shaping, lo-fi effect, multi-mode VCF controls, as far as like, you know, your voltage control filter and everything like that. You got flanging, 2 types of reverbs, modulation. This is called the designator, but basically kind of like big crushing. Another voltage control filter, compressor, EQ, panning, and then output. So you get a lot of different things in here. Just for time's sake, I'm not going to tweak knobs. I'm just going to go ahead and just choose a preset that they have here along your list of presets, just to kind of see what we could do with the sound here. Now, we don't have effect going on, so I'm just going to kind of just eyeball something here. And we talking about melodies. Let's choose melody mod. Let's see what this patch is doing here. Okay, all right, let's see here. So when you're adding effects to your sounds, you kind of want to, you know, listen to what's going on. Listening for that delay. Yeah, let's change that rate a little bit. Whoa. Okay, all right. That effect is doing something really, really weird. Seems like it has like a secondary delay on it. Let's turn the modulation off here. Let's turn the delay off. And let's see here. Okay, cool. I think I found it. I think it may be the wave shaper here. Yeah, that's a wicked one right there. Let me choose something else here. So let's go down here. I could deal with that right there. Let's go down and bring down the mix a little bit. So with sounds like that, I normally try to find a key that'll work good with that particular sound and everything like that. So and once I kind of find something, I'll tap that tempo and hit play. And I'll just thumb that up. So when you come up with melodies like that, then now you can go ahead and just kind of add sounds to that right there. And it just kind of really kind of help you get the melody. So if you were an artist and you was in the studio with a producer, that will kind of help you understand like, okay, artist doing this right here, getting a feel for it. He ain't really gonna get a feel for that damn track until you start putting that bass line, that 808 in there, and that and the drums and stuff like that. So just to kind of help us out, let's see if we can make this work. Hopefully nothing doesn't crash over here. Let's see here. Gotta find the note bed real quick. Oh, I don't see here. I think all we have to do is just really choose a pattern here. Let's choose another one here. And all right, let's play that back. And this is where the point where your artist will be like, run that bitch back, man. Don't change nothing. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you turn the metronome off too, because some people get annoyed with it. And then you got your melody right there. All right, cool. So that's that right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just, bounce that clip in place because I like that. So that's one way to help you kind of come up with melodies with effects and stuff like that. And make sure the effects, they make sense. If it's a time-based effects, as far as like reverbs and delays and stuff like that, make sure that those delays are bouncing with the tempo, regardless of how fast or the rate of the delay is. Most delays will have a bounce to it, and the delays, in my opinion, because everybody knows everything, but in my opinion, delays really kind of help you set the vibe of what you're doing in your production and still filling in the gaps of empty stuff. If I was to turn that delay off, it fills in those gaps where there's empty space. with that particular sound. So delays can be really, really useful. It's just really understanding how to use it. Oh god damn. Really understanding how to use it and stuff like that. I'm trying to get this mic placement right. Or whatnot. And reverbs is just basically going to give you dimension and just give you kind of like you know what I'm saying, not make the sound dry and stuff like that. It's kind of like putting, you know, some type of sauce or gravy on rice. You can't, unless you're Asian, you can't eat just, you know what I'm saying, rice by itself. Stuff like that. You gotta have a gravy or some type of sauce on that rice. So that's what the reverb, you know, can do right there. Yeah, we got a little melody right there. I'm gonna go ahead and keep that. And we can just kind of change the drums on the tempo situation right there, man. So that was the UVI. Let's see, let's try to change it up a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and just delete this particular effect here, and let's switch it up and get another instrument, because I'm gonna show you guys another way to help you find melodies here. So let's pull up Heat Up, which is my all-time favorite VSTI since 2017. That's when I first started using this bad boy. Actually, before that, 2014. That's when I started using this bad boy. But I got the whole situation in 2017. Yeah, so melodies. We can't really randomly find something here. So let's go ahead and just go to the gold expansion here. And what you can do now at this point, like let's say you want to create some more melodies, you can just use a drum sound by itself or an 808, and that's what you want to start on or whatnot. Another good tool is just, you know what I'm saying, like I said before, just going through finding a drum kit or starting with the drums, or you know what I'm saying, somebody may be ad-libbing in the studio, you know what I'm saying, that'll get you hyped up. But we're just going to use the drums for example. So let's see what this drums is entailing. We're going to go ahead and mute that audio that we just created. Let's find something a little bit better than that. I ain't like that one. Need something a little bit with a little bit more bounce. Let me see if I can mute this 808 or actually turn it down. Sometimes the 808 can kind of get in the way of creativity. Because it's a pitch-based sound, the 808 may be in a different pitch. It may be in a pitch that you ain't really kind of feeling, you ain't really kind of vibing with or whatnot. So that's why I like to start with drums and not with the 808 mixed in there. I know that the new way of making beats with newer beat makers and stuff like that, they gotta have that 808 in there as a kick drum, which is fine and dandy. It helps you define the attack with the 808 sound and also the pitch. But sometimes, again, 808 is really a pitch-based sound. What I mean by pitch-based sound is that an 808 can derive from a sine wave. It can derive from sometimes a square wave. And you can kind of play with the filters of VCF. You can play around with the oscillator, depending on what kind of synth that you're using. And you can also play around with the LFO to really kind of shape the 808 sound and stuff like that. So that's why I don't consider the 808 a true percussion, but it is a percussion. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of like dual citizenship, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You can have dual citizenship in another country and also here in America as well. It serves the same purpose. You're a person that hold two citizenships and stuff like that in different countries. But yeah, we're just gonna hit the play button and try to find a sound in this gold pack just to kind of come up with another melody here. Go do something different. I'm gonna pull up some ethnic sound. Uh-oh, what happened? Change the keys. Now, this is a point right here too I want to make is sometimes I'll play the drums and I'll just be fumbling around. If you have a keyboard controller that would allow you to change and transpose on the fly, and you really don't know how to play the keys, the transpose function on your keyboard key controller can be a really, really awesome tool that you can kind of take advantage of and stuff like that. Or if you're a fluent keyboard player, hey man, I mean, shit, you can fumble around there like Scott Storch and Brian Michael Cox and stuff like that, and do your thing. But if you're a beat maker and you kind of learning how to, play around on the keys and stuff like that, definitely take advantage of your transpose function on your keyboard. Just want to kind of throw that out there. So that's what I'm doing right now. Just kind of find something that to gel with that drum loop. Why the hell? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. This thing is not. It's not quantized, right? Let's do that one. Straighten up the end part right there. Sorry. Let's see. Why this thing is not looping? Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Let's see here. Let me fix this note. This something with this MIDI note. It's not looping when it loops back around on the 8-bar. Well, what the hell? All right, let's do that one more time. Lost my damn train of thought. Forget every time in Reason when you touch something, it reverts the MIDI in over there. Bro, what the fuck, bro? I know this bitch is like, and why is this bitch going? Oh, whole ass, goddamn shit, man. I don't want to commit audio, so hopefully this thing do what it's supposed to do. Watch, it's gonna stop. What kind of wizardry this shit is doing, bro? That's me that time. All right, here we go. Shit. Okay, all right. This drum loop is bugging up. Let me happen it up here real quick. Maybe that's what the issue is. Let's do this. I'm gonna lay this down. God damn, man. Shit. I may have to do it like this. I'm trying to figure out why this thing is not triggering. Let me see, doing one little bar will help. One little 4-bar situation. Yeah, it's the MIDI note. I guess it's the way this shit is being played. Yeah, so let me get smart and record what I got here as it starts off. I'm just gonna have to do it that way. This damn shit never let me be great. All right. And sometimes your melodies don't have to be 8 bars. That's just me. That's me. Let's do that one more time. And then when you're creating your melodies, hold that last long note out there, because you may have to commit to audio, and you want to get all of that notes out there. That way, when you're tracking out, you'll have a tail. Cool. And once you have that tail is gonna last, just like this one right here. You bring this out. Reason does a good job of retaining the tails. We'll just commit that one clip and bounce into play right there, or bounce into place. Sorry about that. Sorry, I'm a little tired here, boss. All right, and it'll stop once it finished detecting audio, and you can see right there, boom. So you kind of get the drift of what I'm doing. You're just creating melodies. Maybe you're collaborating with another beat maker across the coast or something like that, and he does the drums, you do melodies, and then you got another dude that do bass lines and stuff like that. It's just a good way to collaborate with, fellow producers and stuff like that. You may be working with an artist and, they just want a melody pack, or you maybe want to do a sound pack, showing you guys, giving you kind of free game a little bit, and stuff like that. Hell, even teaching myself something. But, that's kind of like one of the ways you could do melodies there. Let's see here. Let's go and choose another. Let's kind of fumble around and see what other sounds we can find in here. Love me a good old flute. Now that part right there, when you just kind of like get something in your head, that's a sound that you can kind of fuck with. So I kind of wanna, damn, I wish I had, I wish I was working in Ableton Live, because I could save the MIDI go. I like that bitch. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let's go back to tempo, man, and see if we can find like a kind of like a Afro beat type of yeah, there we go. Yeah, Caribbean Afro beat. Let's see what we can get here. Let's see here. We're gonna mute that audio there. Let's go back down to tempo. Yeah, we're gonna have to slow that tempo down a little bit. All right, let's find some a little bit more challenging. I think that's it right there. That's the whole loop right there. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and record that. So I'm looking at these little lines going across. That's probably where I messed up at the last time. All right, cool. It stops right there on a 4-bar. And let's go ahead and zoom that in and adjust the length of that MIDI note there. Quantize it. And let's duplicate it. Hopefully it'll work for us. All right, let's go back to that sound. All right, let's try it out. is it right there. Let's go ahead and put that together. All right, and did a little fumble, all good. So that's kind of like a melody right there, or whatnot. Now, what I'm doing with these drums and stuff like that, you know, everyone won't have access to like, you know, a drum VST instrument. Me personally, and this is my thought process. I try to make sure that I do have drums, like a VST like this, where it has sequences in it already. It kind of helps you, you know, saying build up the writing process, you know, the melody writing process as you make creating beats and stuff like that. You don't necessarily have to use that, you know, saying, but if you stripe away the drum loop and stuff like that, you know, you'll get. You see what I'm saying? Like you can do your own thing or whatnot. It just helps you aid in order to create that melody or whatever the case may be. All right, cool. So you know, we fucking with that. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce that in place right there. Control B. All right. The best thing in Reason is Control B. Yes, sir. All right. So after it finish bouncing down that audio, we got 3 clips so far, man. And you know what I'm saying? We moving and grooving. Ain't playing and messing with nobody. You know, we're minding our business, creating melodies. All right. Cool deal. That's heat up. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm gonna go through. Let's create 5 more and stuff like that. Let's create 5 more, man. Let's see here, man. Let's see here. What's another good instrument that I have? Oh, let's try out Driller. One of my latest VSTs right here. Actually kind of one of my favorites, man. Nice sounds in here, or whatnot. You can get Driller right now. It's Easter, so Easter holiday, so you could probably get this VST on sale right now. There's a lot of VSTs out there that's on sale right now. Let's go back to tempo here and let's find a little drum loop here. Let's find something a little bit different here. Let's go to hip hop. They probably ain't got what I'm looking for, but. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Just a disclaimer too. When you're making these loops, I know I'm bouncing them down and I got different tempos or whatever. This is just basically what we're doing. But you know what I'm saying, in Reason, Ableton Live, and probably some other DAWs, be mindful of your tempos. So if you have like a little notepad or whatever melody that you make sure you name your melody. And also put the tempo right next to it. And if you want to take it a step further, if you know the key that you were in, also list that key as well. I'm just running through this shit or whatever the case may be. I'm gonna save this session, of course, or I could just go back, solo each one of them, find a tempo that I like with that particular audio, save that out of there. You know what I'm saying? You're good to go and stuff like that. But you know, if you want to be organized and a little bit, you know, more custodial with your audio, don't be like me and just create the shit and then you lost and stuff like that. No, keep up with the order that you're doing. But I'm just blowing through this shit just for time purposes or whatnot. Trying to give y'all an hour and stuff like that. So we got this drum loop right here. Let's go ahead and put this in. Record that. Forgot to mute that. I think this loop is a whole 8 bar, judging by the color scheme right here. There it is. All right, let's hit play. All right, cool. We can go to Driller. Let's pull that VST up. Let's go to the core library. I do have some expansions in here. And this bitch here, bro. Aggravating. All right. Hopefully it won't cut off on us. All right. Let's play with some guitars. I've been trying to hold back. That was me. Bitch. Come on, cut. Damn. Let me put a space right here. Let me see if a space will help. Let's go ahead and because it seems like once it gets to the end of the loop, it don't want to play back for some dumbass reason. All right, let's go back to the goddamn driller. And let's switch octaves here. That's fine. I think that worked, bringing that MIDI note back. Like that sound. And this is a prime example, like when you're creating the melodies and you got that boom, boom, that 808 in there. Some of those 808s, it keeps you stuck in there. Far as like when you're creating beats and you pull a loop from Splice and stuff like that, or wherever, or whatnot, Looper Man, wherever you get your shit at, you know what I'm saying? And you hear that 808 in that drum loop. I don't like drum loops like that. I forgot to mute the 808 out of there, but man, take that 808 out because it'll alter what you want to play. You may be playing something and really the 808 is in this key. You see what I'm saying? So this rule of thumb, drum loops, 808, melody making, cut the 808 out. Add the 808 later. I'm gonna show y'all something else. So with melodies, you can stack those melodies, all right? So let's go ahead and record what we got. Hopefully I can remember that shit. Kind of fumbling around. Let me clean that up really quick. Yeah, there we go right now. Clean that up really quick. All right, so the good thing I like about Reason, and I couldn't really achieve it a lot of times in Ableton Live, is you can actually create a dub track for your MIDI. Simple as hitting the comma button, or excuse me, the comma key on your Windows keyboard, and it'll create you a dub track. So now I can add on top of this melody in a higher octave. So You see what I'm saying? Like you start adding stuff. That's one way using the same instrument. Or so let me give you a prime example of that. Let me just freestyle that real quick. All right, cool. All right, so let me fix that window. So as you can see here, let me go ahead and color code this. I know it's a lot of orange or whatnot. All right, so in this blue right here, you can see that we have the main track. So the main melody is underneath. The hell? All right, there we go. That's cool for a melody, but you may want to spice it up going into the hook. Just to kind of add, you know what I'm saying? That's one way to do it. All right, I'm gonna mute that right there. Now I could layer this, and layering just basically taking another instrument, or you know what I'm saying, taking another instrument, taking that same little high octave lick that I played, and then copy and paste that MIDI on there, and you have a layer. So you have that sound and then another guitar sound, or you could just get you another instrument and you know what I'm saying, try to play the similar thing or whatnot. So let me go ahead and goddamn grab a acoustic instrument here. I don't know what direction I want to go with the acoustic, but I'll keep it very, very simple. We'll go ahead and pull in the UVI, which is one of my reliable VSTs in here without this motherfucker acting stupid. So let's go ahead with I can go with the Sunbird, but I'm gonna go with the Sunbird because it's more of a Latino type of acoustic guitar, Latino sound type of acoustic guitar. And we could try to recreate that same melody. And now I could copy and paste that same MIDI clip. But if that's something that you do, get out of that habit. You don't want to copy and paste everything all the time. If you have the ability to play it again, because it adds more of an organic feel to the melodies and stuff like that. You know. So let me put this on solo mode here. You know what? You may come up with something different. You feel me? It just depends. Now I don't have any effects on here. I'm gonna choose something else. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry. And hopefully this thing don't break on me. But I'm gonna choose a sample tank. It has a little bit. It has some really good acoustic guitars on there. That has some built-in effects on it. UVI is one of those songwriting tools with their libraries. You have to add those effects on there. I'm just really kind of like want to keep this very, very short. I'm gonna let it analyze the database. Haven't opened this up in a while. I think there was an update on the sound banks and a couple other things here. So that's what it's doing. Just making sure that all the presets are in order. And here we go. If you don't have Sample Tank 4 Max, I know Arcade Multimedia. They have a sale going on right now. You may want to take advantage of that. Really great sounds in there. Take advantage for real. Let's go ahead and type in acoustic here. All right, cool. We got some little acoustic sounds here. Okay, yeah, we don't have that one. And that one doesn't sound as real. That sounds a little bit more fake. Let me do something with a classic here. Take off acoustic tag. And this is a tag based style rumpler VST. Just to give you a heads up there. Let's do nylon. Let's do that one. All right, cool. So now we got that right. Now this is where you can do counter melodies, which fits in the category of melody creation, right? So let's say, for instance, you did that track with the acoustic, and you have the other driller instrument with the bottom guitar. You could take that driller instrument, now you could play it in a higher octave and come up with a counter melody. You know, something real simple, not overcomplicate the counter melody. The counter melody is going to be something simple that accents the melody that's catchy, if that makes any sense. So let's freestyle that. And that was a little bit too simple, so let's complicate it a little bit more. Something like that, you know what I'm saying? And now it gives you flexibility to arrange. You can take that out. You can take the counter melody out, or you just doing a verse. You still got a melody bed, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? Something that you can kind of like work with and stuff like that. So that's a little bit too complicated. I need to do another counter melody because I would like to blend those audio parts up together. To make kind of like a goddamn loop and everything like that. So let me clean that up right there. Let's unmute the other one. cool. We'll just go with that. Let's go ahead and record that. And sometimes when you're doing these counter melodies, don't quantize. Try to purposely play off tempo. This shit, I bought this. This is supposed to work, and it don't even work. Hell, it even alters my voice, to be honest with you. But okay. All right, cool. But make sure you when you're doing the counter melodies and stuff like that, that you are playing off key. You don't want it to be like on the dot, you know what I'm saying, on the quantize and everything like that. No, kind of play it off key a little bit on purpose. It kind of give that organic feel and really kind of like give the loop or the melody a little bit more fluidity far as you know, saying how it sounds and everything like that. All right, cool. And with that, you know what I'm saying, it comes with a little bit of, you know, turning down the sounds and everything like that. Let's go ahead and find that driller instrument. Turn that down a little bit. And you want to get a nice blend between the two instruments. And that little yeah, that right there, you can go ahead and utilize the velocity right here. So we can kind of turn that velocity down just a little bit. Once you turn the velocity down on that upper part on your same instrument, you kind of getting a blend. Just imagine the velocity as how hard is basically the velocity is how hard you were playing your damn MIDI keys in layman's terms. But you know what I'm saying, it's just basically a measurement of the MIDI note far as, you know, the intensity of the MIDI note triggering whatever sound source that you're using. And sometimes with that velocity, it can also act as a, you know what I'm saying, a volume range function, should I say. Now, that's not set in stone. That's just the idea, ideology, an analogy that you can use with the velocity range. You turn down the velocity range, you can smooth out the performance and kind of get a blend in between other performances, whether it's on the same instrument or other instruments as well. But you want to be heard. You want to feel it and not to be heard. That makes sense. Bring it down to the hair a bit more. And then mute the drums out. And then you got your melody. And boom, there it is. You know what I'm saying? And you got your rapper happy. Oh, I wish I could talk Spanish because you feel me? You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's basically the melody creation part of it. Now I will get into more in depth with, you know, using effects and stuff like that, but we pretty much all know, you know, saying how to use effects on certain sounds and everything like that. I could take it a step further on here only because I want to try out an effect that actually came out last week. I didn't get a chance to check out. It was one of these effects from Plugin Alliance, and I forget the dadgum name of it, but it was a phasing type of plugin. So let me see if I can hunt for that bad boy. I forget the name of it too. God dang it. Oh, I got somebody on the chat. Man, look at here. What's going on, Los? What good with you, my boy? Hey man, Los got them beats, man. Los sent me a video, man. That boy be look. That boy be hiding. He be hiding the goods on purpose. Los sent me a video. My boy Los, man, he was in the studio, man. Sent me a video. That boy be nice with it, man. For real, for real. Yes, sir. That put a smile on my face, man. For real. I'm trying to find this plugin, y'all. Y'all just bear with me. Give me 1 second. I don't want to have to go to the website and look for it. Ah, damn. Where is that thing, man? When you're looking for stuff, you can't find it, but when you find it, you ain't looking for it. Oh, here it is, right there. My fucking face. All right, so this is something that came out last week in collaboration with Plugin Alliance. It's called the High Flyer Cut Classic. All right, we're gonna put it on this acoustic guitar just to see what the hell does it do. So we're gonna turn off everything. We're gonna turn down everything, and let's see what the hell this thing do. Sound like it's a degrader, like a big crushing type of situation. Got a preamp. I like that. The preamp sounds like it gave that acoustic a little bit more body, or whatnot. Let's go ahead and check out the phase. Oh, yeah. I like that right there. That's playing tricks on my ears right there. The enhance seems like it's some type of EQ. See what retroize is. Oh, let's play that in the beat. Oh, hell nah. Let's mute all of this stuff here. That fucked up the whole motherfucking vibe. All right, let's hear it. Now, that probably won't gel with what we got here, but it gives you an idea of not having that one instrument to be bland. You know what I'm saying? And we got an advance button here. Okay. Oh, you can make adjustments to the resample. Oh, nice. And that bitch cracked my computer. Okay, I see you, bitch. All right. Yeah. So, yeah, this just kind of give you an idea, man. I'm really not taking that seriously or whatnot. But just to give you an idea of, you know what I'm saying, really kind of just taking a sound and you can add effects to it once again. And you know what I'm saying, really see where it kind of fits in with the vibe and stuff like that, or really enhance it to add vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? You may want to have that guitar to sound a little bit more retro. So what I like to tell people, and this is another point too with your melodies, is use the effects in your instrument first. They created those effects with the instrument in mind to make it sound better, enhance it, or you know what I'm saying, be incohesive with the sound or whatnot. Sample Tank has a built-in mix box plugins. So all of their mix box plugins are actually built into the Sample Tank. So right now you hear that reverb. You know what I'm saying? Let's say for instance I want to add some modulation to that. I can do like a tremolo. Right, and then let's say you want to do some filtering effect here. You could do like a LFO filter. I'm gonna move this effect right here. Add some compression to that guitar. You know, something crazy like that, you know what I'm saying? But use the effects that's in your instrument so you can take full advantage of the sound and really kind of be creative with it and stuff like that. You never know. You say, hey, the drum's not hitting. Let's go ahead and switch it up and stuff like that. But it'll definitely help you, you know what I'm saying, stay grounded to the sound and come up. And actually, what we're doing here with the effects is low-key sound designing. So when you're choosing patches and you know, I try to encourage anyone that I come into and has made beats and stuff like that. I always, especially with Reason, when I kind of came into Reason in 2003. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it was 2003. Yeah, when I first got introduced to Reason in 2003, Reason didn't have but a handful of instruments. So all those basic patches that they had, you know, back in 2003, you really had to be creative. And what I did was just use Reason and the instrument, the effects that it had in there, and just kind of played with shit, man. Tweaking some stuff and whatnot, man. It really kind of helps you out, understand, you know what I'm saying, where you at, far as, you know, trying to create something out of nothing, you know what I'm saying? And if you can learn that, creating something out of nothing, man, you'll go definitely a long way or whatnot, man. I think that's it for as melody creation. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm not gonna do 8-hour part because I can be here all night. But I can talk about it a little bit while I have a little bit of music bed in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this little situation right there. Y'all just give me 1 second. I'm not gonna do it tonight because you know that'll be a little bit more far as the melody creation is concerned or whatnot. But let me get my screen orientation just right. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. No, that's ugly shit. Let's just do it right here. God damn, bro. There we go. All right, so with melody creation, what you can do with AI, again, is prompts and stuff like that. We living in an AI environment right now, and I don't think you guys understand. Number one, I ain't gonna say it's scary, but shit coming, bro. Like for real. AI is creeping up into my job and stuff like that. So shit, I'm gonna be replaced here pretty soon. A lot of creative positions, job positions and stuff like that is gonna be replaced and stuff like that. A lot of jobs is up at risk with AI. It's very, very scary and stuff like that for us to think about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the human replacement and the assisted intelligence, I like to call it, because it's not artificial, it's assisted, you know what I'm saying? They are learning from assistance from humans or whatnot. So I like to say assistance and not artificial intelligence or whatever the case may be. But with AI though, when it comes to creative, especially with music and stuff like that, you have to understand how to give it prompts. Let's say for instance, I needed an 808. I'll probably tell AI, hey, I need a 808 in the key of whatever the key this is, right? And I need it to be a Dirty South 808, and I need an 8-bar loop, at tempo 134 BPM. Give me a lower octave in the first 4 bars and then a higher octave in the 8 bars. Hit enter. It's gonna, you know what I'm saying, do whatever it's supposed to do, create you a loop or whatever. And I don't know what AI service gives you that or whatnot. You bitch. This goddamn camera be getting on my nerves sometimes, y'all. But you know what I'm saying, it'll definitely you know what I'm saying, help you create, you know what I'm saying, melodies or whatnot. I know for sure, goddamn, I think it's Suno. Yeah, Suno, it does a real good job of creating instrumentals for you and stuff like that, especially when you're trying to get the right prompt, and you do get the right prompt and stuff like that. It will definitely make your life easier or whatnot. So yeah, man, that's one form of, you know what I'm saying, creating melodies is with AI. I done that on a few streams back, where I kind of created some beats with AI and everything like that, and that was really cool, and stuff like that. And last but not least, I don't have a musician here, but if you want to create melodies, of course, having a session guitarist or a session keyboardist come in, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody that knows synthesis and they got 2 synths at home, they got a Roland Juno and a goddamn Chord Odyssey or something like that. Tell them to come by the studio, man, and y'all, you put on some drums or whatever the case may be, and you know, you bang out like that, you know what I'm saying? But whatever you do when it comes to melody creation and stuff like that, man, have fun with it. It's not a stressful process. It's actually a release process, and you'll be amazed of how much you can get done and what you can do in your spare time, because this is a spare time situation. You know, we got, created a little 4-pack here or whatnot. Actually, I was listening to that just to hear something or whatnot. But anyway, getting back to what it is and stuff like that, man. You can definitely create you like a little loop pack, and you know what I'm saying, slide it to one of your homeboys as far as making beats and stuff like that. However you collaborate or whatever the case may be. Yeah, you can definitely do that. Again, you know, we all know there's Splice out there, there's Lander out there. You got those type of companies out there. There's another one, kind of want to turn y'all on later on and stuff like that, that I found, that got some really hidden gems on there as well. But you know what I'm saying, what I was trying to get to, there's sites out there where people take these little 4-bar, 8-bar loops and they put them out there, and you know what I'm saying, you can use them and stuff like that, but you got to be careful, man. If you're sensitive and you create these 8-bar loops, you're putting it out there and it gets on a hit, you're going to be sick, because, man, I recognize that. Damn, I did that shit right there, you feel me? And, you know what I'm saying, you can't really do anything because it's credited to another producer and stuff like that, and you didn't do it properly as far as putting it out there. So really be careful. Do your homework on how to distribute and, you know what I'm saying, collaborate with audio, because audio can be altered. It will be altered, and it ain't nothing you can do about it unless you have your legalities in order and stuff like that, man. But yeah, man, that was a little quick live stream I wanted to do. I'm just trying to create some content here, trying to get back on my shit and everything like that. Thank God. Whew, man, appreciate you, man. Because basketball season over with, man, for real, or whatnot. So I can get back in here, do a little bit more and stuff like that. I really kind of like, you know, lost touch on topics and everything. So this was really good, using that spin the wheel situation to come up with some stuff. So we'll definitely do that. I'm gonna get back on my regimen, doing more live streams, something like this, and not really, I'm gonna try to change it up and do stuff like this, and not really, you know, watching me make a beat and shit like that. Sometimes I just don't want motherfuckers to look at me watching making a beat. You feel what I'm saying? So but you know, I definitely have a lot of talking points, and I'm gonna add some more topics to that spin the wheel deal. That way, when I could hit the spin on a live stream and we talk about it, you know what I'm saying, or give a demonstration of what that topic is, or what's going on. That particular list is from last year, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to update that, find that prompt in ChatGPT, and help ChatGPT give me some more ideas, and we can do a little roundy round, and y'all check it out. So that was the first one, you know what I'm saying, melody creation. and stuff like that, man. Again, you know what I'm saying, just a rundown recap. When you're doing melodies and stuff, make sure, you know what I'm saying, make sure you are choosing high quality sounds. It just helps the process. It helps it if you have a outlook for as like, I want to use this in a record, I want to send this off to somebody, I want to release it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the sounds are high quality. You have the right format, and you know what I'm saying, you got the timing correct, and also label, you know what I'm saying, label your files, and make sure that the loop makes sense, and stuff like that. Be careful how you save the file format, and everything like that, because I know a lot of times in let's say for instance back in the gap, a lot of people used to make loops in Sony Acid, and which I know about Sony Acid, I think it's still around, but you'll make a loop in Sony Acid, and the way it was saved with the embedded information, the metadata that was in that particular WAV file, you'll put it in another DAW, and the timing will be off. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying, be mindful of that. Reason still got recycle around, so you do come across you come across a Rex file and stuff like that. Don't save it as a Rex file and try to send it to somebody, because that person may not have reasons to open it up. So make sure that when you're swapping files and collaborating, make sure it's a WAV file number one, and then if you have to, go ahead and use that good old MP3, but make sure it's 320 kilobytes per second. That's the highest quality MP3 that I came across, and everything like that. And waveform, wave format, be your basic 1644.1K or 24-bit at 48K and stuff like that, man. Unless you want to take it higher and you're working with cinematography and movies and stuff like that, make sure it's goddamn 2496. You feel me? But either way it goes, man, make sure you save in the right format. Make sure it's looped right and everything like that, and you should be good, man. That's all I got for y'all tonight, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't want to stay on here too long, so hopefully you found this video very useful. Trying to get back on my Grizzy, get back motivated. I gotta switch my mind from coach daddy mode to goddamn, you know what I'm saying, goddamn Super Mario, get back to this shit or whatever. So and stuff like that, man. But yeah, man, y'all stay creative out there. Let me see what else. There's a lot of things that came out and that's been releasing. I couldn't keep up, and with everything I got going on, I know me personally, I switched DAWs. I got a couple of songs that I did personally in Studio One. I need to go on ahead and mix them and get the fuck out of there. Studio One, just, I don't know, it's so hard to say goodbye. You feel me? So Studio One, man, is out of here, man. I switched over to Cubase, learned it really, really quick, man. Cubase is a very, very mature DAW. What I mean by mature is it's been around for some years, man. And that was one of my first DAWs that I recorded my boy C Dash and my boy Pug on, you know what I'm saying? The old nappy head nigga from C Dash and Pug. What was the song we did with Pug? Goddamn, Break the Glass on them. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the first songs that I recorded, and we recorded that overseas while we was deployed. And I had Cubase on my desktop and everything like that, man. That was the good old days, bro. And stuff like that. And we always just having fun. And you know what I'm saying, just recording and shit like that. Just trying to pass time and stuff like that. And that's where, you know what I'm saying, creativity, when you don't have bullshit around you and you just got people that's like-minded that want to create, and you're in an isolated environment, you can do some damage and stuff like that. But you know, here in America, it's always some bullshit. So but yeah, man, Cubase was one of those first programs that I started using. I don't even remember the version number. All I remember, the black background used to be dark blue and the waveforms used to be black and stuff like that. So you know, that was way back in 2003 too. So yeah, man, I'm using Cubase 14 Pro. I really, really love it. It's a little easier to understand, and certain things that I want to do, I couldn't do it in Studio One. So to do it in you know, Cubase Pro is really, really clutch. Still kind of playing around with Luna. and everything like that. But you know what I'm saying, that's some of the things that kind of changed on my end. I finished my collection with my hardware. Bought a couple of pieces that I've been wanting for about 4 years now, and I finally closed that up and stuff like that, man. So you know what I'm saying, I'm super excited about what's going on. But yeah, man, there's a lot of plugins came out since the last time I was really on it, and a new DAW, actually, well, a new version of a DAW actually popped up this week. Harrison Mixbus 11, and you know what I'm saying, they're getting money hungry because the upgrade is a full price, $199 for upgrade. Man, get out of here, man. I just gave them people an $89 upgrade on Mixbus 10. Now they asking for $200 for an upgrade on 11, and ain't nothing really kind of changed with it. They just changed the orientation and cleaned up a little bit of the graphics on the UI and stuff like that. So I mean, people, DAW companies that are getting very money hungry, and I'm gonna say this right here, if you're listening, I love Ableton Live, but for $600 for the Ableton Live suite, you got to do better. I love the devices that they're doing. They're doing really good. Been using Ableton Live for 10 years and stuff like that, but they got to change the GUI, man. If you can get over the GUI, that's cool. That doesn't take away from creativity and workflow, right? But they have to clean it up. That's the same look for some years. They kind of changed a couple of things up, but start implementing seeing your VSTs, allowing you to kind of take a snapshot of your VSTs, making the mixing window look a little bit more traditional. You will still dominate the game, but they need to change it up. I think they're taking the lazy route out of it, and granted, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think they need to change it up a little bit because it's starting to get a little stagnant and stuff like that. But workflow wise, ain't nothing fucking with it, bro. I keep it 100. Ain't nothing really fucking with Ableton Live, but with me, I'm more of a visual, and Reason gives me that bridge of being visual, and also let me see here if I can go back to it, if it allow me to, and not be an ass. So with Reason, for me, this doesn't work for everybody. It doesn't apply for everybody, but for me, you know, I can come in here, look at it. It looks like a goddamn piece of hardware, but then I hit that tab button, and my keyboard, there it is. I hit that tab button, and I got cables back here, virtual cables, and this is where the magic happens at. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that backside. Oh yeah, I like some ass, so we're gonna talk about that ass for sure. But you know what I'm saying, back when it wasn't a lot of VSTs and you just had a few instruments in Reason, you get back here and you just start unhooking shit and hooking it up. That's when you know how to be I ain't gonna say an engineer, but that's when you know what an input is, what left and right really means. If I hook this up, what it is, you're training your brain into understanding, you know what I'm saying, ins and outs. And this is okay to do it because you ain't blowing up a transformer or, you know what I'm saying, shorting out something or whatnot. It's virtual cables. You ain't doing nothing, but the audio ain't gonna work. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like Reason, because it gives you almost a real world visual to, you know what I'm saying, doing stuff with it or whatnot. But you know what I'm saying, yeah, back on Ableton Live though, man, you know, I kind of had to leave it alone. I still got a ton of beats in there that I have to go and, you know, open up and track it out and stuff like that. So I bought it. I'm with it till they come out with a 13 and beyond or whatnot, until I can get all my beats out of there or whatnot, man. But you know what I'm saying, that's the kind of changes I've really kind of doing. But you know, back to that Mixbus situation, man, like Mixbus 11 and everything like that, man. It's $200 for upgrade. Nah, bro, that's getting greedy. I guess they gotta pay for that 32 the 32 mix channel hardware that they came out, man. What's going on with your DJ Big Red, man? Long time no see, bro. What going on with you? I ain't even know y'all was talking up in there. What good, bro? Mixbus Pro, yeah, I'm talking about that son of a that goddamn program, man. Hey, bro, 200 if I'm not mistaken, either 200 or 129. whatever the case may be, man, $100 for an upgrade is ridiculous, and you ain't changed nothing. You feel me? For sure, man. Dia, what's good with you, man? Hey, Dia, did you check out the last video I did? The last stream I talked about soft tube plugins in there. I don't know if you was a part of that. Oh yeah, you was in there. Yeah, you sure was. I'm tripping. My bad, bro. Disregard what I said, man. Is the MIDI better? I don't even know, bro. I ain't even downloaded the demo to check it out, cause I was so disappointed in Mixbus 10. The CPU, man, they had crazy CPU spikes. And I don't think they did an upgrade. Normally, like a company like Harrison will shoot you an email and tell you, hey, we got to upgrade, but I didn't even get that. That's bad business practices, if you ask me. If I got to go and look and see if you got to upgrade to see if the performance is working on my machine, you know what I'm saying? Like, why the hell I'm paying you this amount of money to do so? So, I don't know, man. But, yeah, I don't know if the MIDI is better in there, man. It looked good, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. As far as the GUI, it really looks good, but they tripping, man. Big Red, what you got, man? Oh, okay. My bad. Okay, I knew it was a 9 after that 1. So I'm tripping. I'm getting my blood pressure a little bit too high. Still though, $109 for an upgrade. So basically they went up. See, the last upgrade on 10 was $89. But then this one right here, it increased to 109. So I don't know, man. I mean, it's not bad, but they need to clean up. They need to clean it up, man, for sure. They need to clean it up, bro. My MK2, Mark II. What you talking about there? DL. Yeah. Oh damn. So it was a 29. Damn. So the last time it was $30 and then it went up to 89. That's crazy. Oh, I see what you did. I see what you mean. My bad. $30 to upgrade. Yeah. Now I got what you're saying. Yeah, that's still crazy, man. They're getting ridiculous with it, man. Yeah. Far as like what you're paying for and what you're paying for and what you're getting and the CPU hikes on a PC, and you know what I'm saying, it just wasn't adding up to me. But then it could be my machine, but it's still from other places I've read and stuff like that. Mixbus, CPU is just crazy on there. Console, man, I still got it, man. The Mark II. I want the Mark III. With my console 1 Mark II, I had issues when I turned the knob. Well, number one, with my console Mark II, I always had USB connectivities issue with it, and that was on two laptops ago. So when I plug in to my laptop via the USB cable, it would never connect and stuff like that. I had to do it very, very funny. It will have the USB cable will have to be in the laptop, then turn my laptop on. So a lot of times when I connect it and forget to do it in that sequence, I have to restart the laptop in order for it to connect, and then I can use the DAW. And it just, after years, it started deteriorating, and it'll just stop. You know what I'm saying? The MIDI just stopped, and then it'll connect again and stuff like that. And then when I turned the knob on it, the knob would it'll be fidgety and stuff like that. So when I turn the knob like this, it wouldn't move in real time. It'll have like a 3 millisecond delay before you actually see it on the plug-in. So it's over there right now collecting dust, man. So I hope the Mark III is a little bit better than what the hell they put out and stuff like that. But man, when it was working, that motherfucker was working. I love the sound of the console 1 and all of their emulations. It's a beast, man, for real. And it's a really, really good visual when you're mixing and stuff like that. Turning the knobs and you don't have to look at the screen. It's lovely. So yeah, man, Man, hold up. For real, for real. Oh, okay, got you. Basic version 29 to 49. Okay, got you, man. Don't. Hey, man, look. Look, I didn't reach the point. I don't need to buy nothing else, bro. Like, for real. I'm trying to find the right control surface. Now that I'm using Cubase, you know, Nectar has the I think it's the CS12, if I'm not mistaken. But lately, this right here, this Panorama P1 controller, it works with Reason very well as far as the mixer window is concerned. But and some other things there, but it works with Reason very, very well. And with Cubase, man, it has a nice little tight integration with Cubase. So it's been sitting right here on top of the desk doing the motherfucking thing, bro. And that's what I've been kind of looking for, all-in-one mixing controller, man. That's the only thing I'm looking for. I do have the PreSonus fader port, but it ain't shit without Studio One, because they don't have overlays, so it's like you gotta memorize and put tape over it and write on it and shit like that. And then I bought the goddamn Icon Pro, P1, the little single situation. Trash. It's a really good controller if it'll connect. That bitch, man. One night I was trying to mix a song, and I was on the timeline. Shout out to Rucker. I was trying to mix this song, and that motherfucker would not connect for nothing. Let me pull this bitch ass shit out, because I'm about to sell it, man. It's brand spanking new, man. Like, for real. Or whatnot. Actually, it's not brand new. I bought it used new on Reverb, or whatnot. But man, it's a lovely piece of gear. I mean, the fader, nice. The buttons, assignable buttons, nice. I even got the goddamn display bar. The connectivity, trash. Hate it, man. But it works really, really well. It has a real connectivity with Reason. Works really, really good with Studio One. Tested it on Luna. Works really, really good. Tested it on Cubase. Works really, really good. The changing of the banks, and you got 8 encoders and everything like that. It gets confused sometimes. But other than that, it works really, really well. But man, the USB connectivity is fucking trash. So I'm thinking about selling it, and stuff like that. The only thing that's really kicking ass and taking names is this Nectar Panorama P1. I really, really like it, man. And stuff like that. Hopefully they can come out with a second version of it or whatnot. But I've been looking at that Nectar CS12 for Cubase. The only bad thing is it only works with Cubase, or whatnot. But hopefully they'll open up some scripts and allow it to work with other DAWs as well, man. So yeah, man, I'm control surface hunting and whatnot. Nah, it ain't you, man. I swear it ain't. I swear it's not user error, man. Nah, and the crazy part about it was like it was working really, really good. And then all of a sudden it just got confused. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, maybe, just maybe. I know I had some issues with other controllers when I have let me see if I got it up here. I have so SSL, the SSL native plugins. Let me see if I can pull this shit up real quick. The 360 console. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick just to show y'all. Give me one shot. Give me one shot. Show you. Yeah. So the 360 app. Let's see if I can pull this bitch up. Yeah. So this motherfucker right here. You know what I'm saying? What it does is so when you install the SSL 360 app, what it does is it installs these MIDI drivers on your computer, and I think it's like 8 or 10 of these holes, and they take up the MIDI priority of your other MIDI controllers. So let's say, for instance, I have goddamn I have my keyboard, I got the panorama, and I'm using another MIDI device. They fall below the SSL MIDI, virtual MIDI stuff, because this application down here on the SSL, it has those MIDIs set up for their controllers. So it's like a priority situation. I had went in a deep dive last year, and I had took it off for a little while because I do use it. But then again, I'm kind of like, if it's gonna fuck up my MIDI situation and stuff like that, I'm just gonna uninstall it. And I've been noticing it, like, you know what I'm saying, when I'm using two MIDI controllers, I have issues with connectivity because the priority with my actual physical controllers is way down here, and those virtual MIDI drivers is up there. So it falls in line. So yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. So that's just what it is. But oh yeah, he talked about me 2 times, stuff like that. Yeah, but man, this 360 situation though, it's really cool. It allows you to use the native channel strip to the 4K channel strips and stuff like that. You know, all in that 360 ecosystem, and you'll have a full-blown mixer up here and stuff like that. So it's a really good tool. But like I said, certain controllers wants to have priority of your computer, and I think the icon stuff, it does that, because I had the QCon Pro you know, a couple of years back, and it did the same thing too. And how I found out all about this is I had bought like a little Korg controller, and I could never get it to connect. Paid what, $80 for those little nano Korg controllers, could not get it to connect. I brought that bitch back to Guitar Center. I was like, man, y'all give my motherfucking money back. But when I was reading about it, trying to troubleshoot it, that's where I found out about the USB MIDI priority on Windows. So man, trouble. See here. Okay, all right, bet. Yeah, and that's a plus too, man. Like, for real. But yeah, man, I'm man, that console, woof, boy, that thing bad. Man, the fader one too, bad. Yeah, I know, bro. They expensive, bro. They expensive. Third party. Oh, third parties with yeah, the plugins and stuff like that. You sure is right. Man. I ain't got that far yet. I think I did it last year when they first introduced it and whatnot, and I was trying to sync a few of those plugins you know, with it or whatnot. But man, it take a little bit of work. You got to sit down and have some time to link all those parameters up. But when you do work it, it works really good. The only thing I don't like is at that time when they first introduced it, it had a funky way of, if you needed to look at the plugin, you know what I'm saying, it'll have both of them up, and you know, hopefully they cleaned that part up or whatnot, man. Why don't you just buy a 32 channel console and just purchase an extender for your audio interface? I know what you're doing, bro. I know what you're doing. Don't do it. Nah, I actually looked into that though. Like the studio console or whatnot. My thing of it is, it's kind of like I don't have enough ins and outs I can use with it. Now I did look into the Tascam 32. No, I'm sorry, the Tascam 24 and the 16, and man, that's useful too. Because I could take especially the 16, I could take the 16, go in and out of the interface and have everything there or whatnot. My only issue is that I don't have too much desk space. and stuff like that. I done got all this damn equipment, and it's like I ran out of desk space. So I do have a little bit of desk space, but then I got like I got this Mackie mixer over here, and it just sitting off to the edge a little bit. But that is my dream, man, to actually get a bigger console, because everything that I do and run it exactly how you talking about, or whatnot. Let me ask you a question. Would you go with the analog mixer or a digital mixer? Because I've been looking at the Behringer Wing. That motherfucker bad. I like that. Hey, I done seen a couple of guys like have it in their studio making beats and stuff with it. That thing, oh, that Behringer Wing look nice. Let me see what you said. Let me see what you say. Let me see what you say. The Alpha 18 SSL. I'm still trying to understand how would I use that. Hey, guess what? So the Alpha 18 came out. Mo 2, their version of the Alpha 18 came out too. Just want to put that out there. Okay. I get you. I got you. Invest in the controllers. You would get more benefit out of an actual console with your outboard gear. I got you. I'm glad you said that. Cause I every now and then I'll go and research that for us. Like, do I just spend money on a controller, or just do, you know what I'm saying, like have everything hardwired, and you know, when I want to get the analog sound, I could just boom, there it is, you know what I'm saying? Cause you is right. And you know what? That's why I like Cubase, because Cubase, you know how you have the Studio One, you have the motherfucking pipeline, right? Cubase has their own external effect system or whatnot, but theirs a little bit differently. So you can set up your connections via, you know, interfaces and, you know what I'm saying, your converters and everything like that, whatever you got hooked up, ins and outs. And the cool part about it is that you can have different effects, and they're like little VST3 extensions. So, you know, I can have a multitude of different combinations of external effects in Cubase, and just have those ins and outs set up on them. So let's say, for instance, I want to go into my Neve and goddamn my 1176, I can have it already hooked up, and you know what I'm saying, I just throw that external effect on there with the right ins and outs, hit that measure delay, good. That's it. That's all you got to do. With and then, like, let's say for instance you want to create another one, you know what I'm saying, you can choose, let's say, a stereo processor. What the hell going on, bro? Man, this damn webcam be tripping sometime, man. Come on now. Yeah, so with you can create another external effect, and then you can have like another processor on there, and going throughout your stuff, man. And so like it's already hardwired. Same thing if you want to run audio in and out of your mixer, just to, you know what I'm saying, take it out of the DAW and just kind of, you know, add a little bit of realism to your sound and stuff like that. You could do it, man. So I definitely get where you're coming from with that. I'm glad you said that, because I've been kind of playing myself with that topic, far as like, should I go here, should I go there? Because half the time when I'm touching this control surface, man, I'm just kind of like, you know, it still doesn't make any sense, because you're still having to look up here. That makes any sense, man. What the fuck going on, bro? All right, damn. All right, every time I pull up the one, that bitch want to zoom in. But yeah, man. I appreciate you, bro, bringing that up, Red, for real. Okay. Analog console. Okay. Which one you like? Which one you which one you? Okay, you might be answering my question, because two consoles, the same brand, everything is done through the syslink. Ah, oh yeah, boy, I bet your studio laid out, my boy. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool right there, man. What's your thoughts on the Dante system, man? Running audio through Ethernet. What's your thoughts on that, man? Because we use that at work with our auditorium. You know what I'm saying? We have different, you know what I'm saying? We got like a big ass Yamaha mixer, and they put a little Dante situation up there and stuff like that. And it's really, really cool. I guess that's, you know what I'm saying, when you're using Dante, it's like more of if I'm here and I got a booth behind me and I don't want to run, you know what I'm saying, mic cables, you know what I'm saying, I can use that. But what's your thoughts on that, man? Or whatnot. But yeah, man, man, that Behringer wing though, bro, I've really been looking at that, man. That bitch just like 3,000. But then they got the X32, which is a little bit older. So I've been kind of looking at those things. The Studio Live, they got a little small version. I just don't use Studio One anymore. So the next best thing is the Tascam stuff, or whatnot. I wish Mackie, and they do the Onyx series. I looked those up as well. The only thing that I would have got the Mackie Onyx, but the connections are on the back side, and the way my studio desk is set up, I have to reach over and connect stuff if I need to or whatnot. So that was kind of like one of my deals because I don't have anything set, but I'm kind of still exploring that route though. Yeah, man. Nah, no more zoom in. Oh no, I didn't see your question about the mixer. My bad. Oh, there it is. MG32 third gen Scarlet. Nah, bro. You ain't make a mistake. Not at all. Nah, not at all. Like Red was mentioning before, man. Well, as he mentioned in a couple of points and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, you can hardwire your ins and outs into the channels of those mixers, man. And you know what I'm saying, using some inserts, or just kind of like utilizing the patch bay. The way I have mine set up is and it's weird, but sometimes you can hook it up to your thought process. I'm gonna say it like that, because how I do it is not gonna be the same way Red do it, and you gonna do it as well. It's the thought process for your routing. But I got 4. I'll show y'all over here, man. Give me 1 second. Other way. Come over here. All right, so I got these 4 XLRs. They're coming out of, well, they hooked up to the patch bay, but I can come out of the interface by way of the patch bay, and if I'm explaining that right, yeah, I can come out of the interface and they're already attached to the patch bay, but the patch bay is already connected to the interface. So this is 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so 3, 4, 5, and 6 come on the first 4 channels on this mixer, only because this mixer has low Z. I'm sorry. You can utilize the preamps and stuff like that from the Onyx preamps and everything like that. And also they're true mono. There's not a mono / stereo. No, they're 4 true monos. And what I do is 3 and 4 is pan hard left, hard right. 5 and 6 pan left, hard left, and hard right. And I use these as summing buses or summing mixes or whatever the case may be. So I did my boy C Dash, my boy Rekka, and my instrumental project and one of my songs. I ran these out through the 2 channels. All right, so that audio coming out of the mix on the mix bus come through these 2 channels. Then I hook them up and I got it going through the bus comp from Warm Audio, this Behringer digital EQ, and then going through the preamp. And what it does, man, it really does take your mix from this. Sorry, it takes your mix from this to this. Like it does this right here. And I know this damn camera gonna go auto, is gonna try to track my face, but your mix in the DAW is like this. And once you apply the right amount of preamp gain going back into the DAW, it opens up like this. It has it just opens up the dimension of the mix and everything like that, man. And you know what I'm saying, that's how I kind of use it. So I either use 1 and 2 for the mix bus, and then the other one 3 and 4, which is 5 and 6, I use that for my reverbs, and stuff like that. I'm cool with using a delay plugin, but I hate digital reverbs. Always did, because they always been so CPU hungry, or whatnot. So I use a hardware reverb, and bro, that shit, like, I should have been doing this a long time ago, but you know, nigga was broke back then, stuff like that. But a digital reverb, hardware reverb, I I like it, and stuff like that. The only time a digital reverb is good for me and my workflow is kind of like using it on ad libs, if you have to, of course, making beats and for like a creative effect, if that makes any sense. If I'm gonna use a digital reverb, it's gonna come from the UAD satellite, straight up. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, yeah, those native plugins. Now, if it's a stock plugin, those reverbs are good. Like Studio One's Room Verb plugin, awesome. Cubase, all of their plugins, all of their stock plugins, fire. But other than that, those third-party reverbs, they do sound good. They just don't give you the dimension and the depth like a hardware reverb. And I'm using cheap shit. Like I'm using Behringer, and them reverbs be banging. I got a TC Electronics M100 little half rack box, banging. Guitar pedal reverbs, banging. They just give you, they just do something. They just give that mix of depth, you know what I'm saying, like it no other. But yeah, that's how I use the mixer though, man. I run it out left, right, hard left, hard right, come back in stereo, and you definitely hear, you know what I'm saying, things open up and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I definitely would experiment on, you know, how you normally run your audio in and out, how you mix and stuff like that. It definitely make a big difference for you, man. So yeah, for sure. Oh, my bad. That question was my bad, dog. Oh, y'all talking about the deal. Oh, you got an MPC. Oh yeah, definitely use a mixer if you got an MPC. For real. Shit, yeah. Oh, I already know, big dog. I already know. Shit, yeah. Did you? Let's see here. There's that. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Extender. Yeah. Hey man, reverb.com. Go on there, bro. Go on reverb.com. Don't buy audio equipment. If you're gonna buy audio equipment brand new, make sure that like it's a really good money investment. But if you just kind of want to play around with some things, go on reverb.com, test it out first. What I like to do and what I did with my studio was I bought cheap shit so I could kind of get a feel for, okay, I want a two channel compressor. I want this, I want that, and stuff like that. I'll go on Reverb, get that shit for cheap, and then when I wanted to invest in something, I'll just go ahead and spend the money for it. But yeah, that was a good, very, very, very good comment right there. And I'm gonna end it off on that tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you get everything at a fair price and it works for you, it's not overkill. That's a good way to end out this live stream or whatnot, with everything going on in the world, stuff like that, for us, this tariff bull crap and shit like that, man. Shop smartly. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't too much big difference. There has been some price hikes with music equipment and stuff like that, but you know, just a little bit. But man, make sure it makes sense, man. Buy used first and then play with it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it up. Drive the shit out of it with some signal. And when it break, man, go ahead and invest in the real thing for sure, man. Yeah, I'm getting up out of here, man. My eyes getting heavy. Oh yeah, their origin nice. The one, yeah, boy, yeah, I would like that. I think I like the Neve. They have the Oasis, if I'm not mistaken. I used to like the API Dreambox, but I think that you have to put individual 500 series processors in there. But that SSL though, yes sir, yes sir. I did. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for the links. Yeah, that little short guy with the bun ponytail in the back, and the other dude, yeah. See, the other dude with the beard though, I can get down with his teaching. He's a little bit more engaging. Man, they helped me away, man. The dude with the beard, the Latino dude with the beard, he actually did a very, very good job explaining how the control room feature works in Cubase, which I love. Man, I love that mother sucker right there, son. Man, that control room feature is awesome in Cubase. Because you can put all your monitoring plugins before or after the monitor connections and everything like that. Yeah, I love the options. I love the sidebar feature on both the left and the right. Man, Cubase, they came a long way, bro. For real. Man. Yeah, Chris and Dom. Running VST signals through the mixer. Yep. Yep. Octo pre. Yeah. You can definitely do that. I almost went that 8 rack channel pre option. I almost went that way or whatnot. But I like different flavors. So just keep this in mind if you're thinking about going to get an 8 channel preamp, you're gonna have the same flavor for 8 channels. Buy dual. You can get a dual flavor here, a dual flavor there, and a dual flavor there, and a dual flavor there. You have 4 different flavors of preamps. And check this out. Stereo is 2 channels, so you can run 4 different VST instruments, get different flavors, and stuff like that, instead of just being hunkered down. Now, unless you got a Neve or API or Audient or goddamn the SSL, which is looking pretty good right now. The quad, oh bruh, the quad is like a little bit over $1,000. I ain't gonna even lie to you. That work bonus coming up. That SSL quad, man. Yeah, man. Look, I've been looking around the studio to see what I can flip to get that bad boy, cause I'm like right there, man. That SSL quad, that's a dream come true. Like for real. That right there, yeah. I shut my YouTube channel down, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, man. Y'all be making yeah, 8 is the way to go though. Hey man, look, man, y'all see, y'all know what you're doing, DL. You're trying to see, I'm good. I wasn't even thinking about audio equipment for the last 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Cause I get on Reverb real quick and do some research and see what they got out there and stuff like that, man. See, now I'm gonna be laying down tonight on Reverb, filling up my shopping cart. Plotting and scheming. I can't with y'all, man. Y'all get on. I mean, y'all go to bed. Them flavors, man. I'm telling you, man. Them flavors. Hey, look. I watch. What is that? It's a guy on YouTube. He goes around and he tours different studios. I think it's not mixed with the masters, but he a little young cat, man. Out of Nashville. But he goes around and he tours different studios or whatever. And I like his philosophy on, going to different studios and looking at different preamps. I really wasn't a believer in preamps not too long ago until I actually bought one, regardless if it's a 1 channel, dual, or 8 channel. Preamps really do make a difference in your sound. I think it's one of the most important things you could buy when you want to go down that road coming out of the DAW. is buying a preamp, because like you said, DL, it'll thicken up your sound. It'll bring out certain nuances in that sound that you didn't hear when you was just listening through the DAW, for real. You depending on the type of preamp, you can drive that bitch and you won't hear no distortion. Well, you'll hear a little bit, but you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna be harsh like a plug-in or something that you're doing in the DAW. It's very pleasing, and it adds a color to the sound, of course. And but you know what I'm saying, you can really thicken up that sound. And I'm telling you, once you, like, let's say for instance you run 75% of your sounds in, you know, sound sources through a preamp in your mix, that mix is gonna sound totally different than what you did in the DAW. It really does make a difference, man, and I highly encourage doing that. So yeah, man, definitely look into that, especially with like an MPC. Oh yeah, man, come on, bro, them drums gonna be smacking. And already, you know what I'm saying, I don't know nothing about MPCs. I really want to learn about MPCs, but from what I have heard, that, you know, the output on the MPCs, it just really, you know what I'm saying, just the output alone gives those drums to hit hard and stuff like that. I know it's certain MPCs that hit harder, and there's a certain way you overdrive the converters or whatever the case may be, where they give it a lot of punch. But yeah, man, the preamps even help even more, stuff like that. So, you know, yeah, preamps, yeah, vocals, anything, get your preamp. You know what I'm saying? A compressor would be next, and then the EQ would be last, if you ask me. If you're lucky enough to get a nice channel strip, go ahead, go that route too, for sure, man. Yes, sir. Okay. Let me see if I can copy and paste that. Damn. What? Let me go back to it. What was it again? Allen and Heath, GL28. I'm on it. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, West Coast producers, yeah, they do have a different sonic to their music. That is really good. That's the only reason why when I do get a chance to listen to West Coast music, I do, because they really do have a unique sonic character to their beats. And I'm not gonna say Dr. Dre started it all, because I was listening to music before Dr. Dre was actually, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, the Spice Ones and stuff like that. You know, everybody, you know, there was other people out there like DJ Quick, you know what I'm saying? Like those type of guys, man, they had real good sonics to their music. I think the sonics of their, and I don't know, so don't quote me on this, but I think their sonics really come from, like, you know, thinking about true instrumentation first in their music. And if people that's kind of came up now and really listening to their West Coast frontier producers and stuff like that, and understanding, hey, you got to have this sonic in your music and stuff like that, really helps as well. And stuff like that. It's different than here in the South, and you know, we doing pretty much everything synth and stuff like that. You know, it kind of takes away the sonics a little bit, and you really don't know how to incorporate those real instruments in there to kind of, you know, bring it out a little bit more. I hope that makes any sense. So to answer your question though, yes, I'm gonna take one more question and I'm gonna get out of here, because yeah, that sleep monster kicking my ass right now. Nigga getting old and shit like that, man. I can't do it anymore. How do I use the preamp on the mixer? I don't. I bypass it. I I don't put it at unity gain. I turn that bitch down. I turned it down to a point where the preamp is not even being engaged. It's just signal passing through. Most preamps on certain mixers, Red back me up, they should be transparent, where it doesn't color the signal, and stuff like that. But you do have some mixers out there that has a known color to it and stuff like that, but that's the older stuff. If you're getting something modern, even an analog mixer that's kind of modern, like a Mackie or these new Behringers, or the Allen Heats and the Midas shit, they got some shit out there and some other stuff out there, man. It's gonna be very, very transparent, really no color and stuff. So Yamaha, I had a Yamaha, I liked it. That D, what it is, the D something on those preamps, those were some really nice sounding preamps. Now I ain't gonna say they had a color to it, but it had a very, very nice transparent color to it. It was really hard to describe because it wasn't a warm color, it wasn't a bright color, it was a very neutral color. I love those right there. These Mackies, super transparent, but you hear things you wouldn't hear, and it thickens up, but it's very, very transparent. Mackies is very slept on for sure, or whatnot. I would recommend other brand. I would love the Tascam. I had it, got rid of it. The preamps on those, they wasn't known for their preamps, so you know what I'm saying, just to kind of throw that out there. So yeah. Oh man, I ain't no teacher. I ain't no teacher, man. Nah. But yeah, man, we'll explore those options, man, with the mixers and stuff like that, because I'm still kind of like, and see, with a mixer, you can run your signals. See, I'm starting to talk nerdy here. So with a mixer, you can run your signals different type of ways, different type of hookups. You can even have a totally different hookup on your mixer along with your interface. So like I have here the first four coming out of 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 on the interface. This the computer music I was playing earlier is on 5 and 6. And then I have a funky way of coming out of the interface, and coming out of the interface, going through my guitar, my 2 sets of guitar pedals. I got one guitar pedal and then another guitar pedal right here, and I got a funky way of coming out of the interface, going through that, and then coming on channel 7 and 8, 9 and 10 on the interface. And then I got another flex channel, they call it a smart channel, and you can do an aux, a Bluetooth, or a regular let me see. No, I take that back. It's only Bluetooth and aux set connection. They call it the smart channel. So I can hook up an iPad on there, and also I can Bluetooth audio from my phone. And then you still got three different sub outputs, or should I say 3 different outputs, stereo summed, going out. So you have the master 1 and 2, you got the sub 1 and 2, and you got the control room out. And yeah, the control, no, I'm sorry, it's 4 of them. You got the aux out, you have the effects out, you got the sub 1 and 2, the mix 1 and 2, and the control out is going to mirror what the master 1 and 2 is doing. So you got 4 different outputs that you can actually push out and stuff like that. So with mixers, it'll give you different flexibility to run different type of systems and different, setups and stuff like that. But I ain't gonna lie to you, my G, you gonna sit there and you gonna run your head crazy trying to figure out, man, okay, I want reverb to come here and I want my outputs to come there. It takes a little thought process and some planning, but trust me, man, once you figure it all out, man, it's very satisfying. Ask Red, man. You know what I'm saying? We feel good after we hook all that shit up and stuff like that. For sure, man. Yes, I do use the insert. So when it just depends on what I'm doing. And I can't wait to get back on here because in reason, man, why, during my little absence, I was, creating these damn tracks and stuff like that. Boy, I was you know what I'm saying? Like, you can run your audio out through the mixer, and then those insert points, if you got it hooked up correctly, you can come back in those insert points and you can engage a compressor on there. And just really, if you just want to kind of like, let's say, take a VST instrument and compress it, you know what I'm saying? And you get to a point where you need to start saving some CPU resources. That's where your outboard gear come in. And shit, you start compressing that signal coming in with that insert and shit like that. I use a Y cable for my insert. Man, I love it, man. Shit, I love it. Cause you can run like a whole channel strip, a mono channel strip through an insert. You can run your stereo processor through that bitch. I like it, bro. I like it a lot. And I do use the insert point on the interface for channels 1 and 2. So this microphone I'm talking on right now, I'm not talking into mic 1 on the interface. There's on the backside of the Motu 828, there's an insert point. So the channel strip that I'm talking on right now, it goes straight into the interface, bypass the preamp circuitry on the interface and stuff like that. So everything that you're hearing is through this channel strip. So yeah, them inserts, man, that's the key right there, bro. Oh, different ways to connect it. Yeah. That's how I use the inserts. Just basically running a processor that's coming in line. So the way I use the insert on my mixer is signal come in. Yeah, let's go ahead and process that before we go down the mixer chain and stuff like that. That's how I use it. I don't use it any other way, or whatnot. I know certain things you can do, like some side chain and stuff like that, but yeah. Preamp. Answer that question right there. Preamp. For sure, man. For sure. I'm trying to get like a I want to, like, also too on my bucket list is to get a 500 series desktop little situation and have like 2 preamps in there, two really good compressors and 2 really good EQs in that bad boy. And yeah, man, that's it. But get those VSTs to beef up. Preamp and yeah, preamp for sure, man. Yup. Modulation using effects. Yeah. On the insert, right? Yep. Sure is. You sure can do that. Yep. I haven't gotten there yet, man. That Chroma console will be a good candidate for that. Instead of, you know what I'm saying, like in so many different ways you can do that. Yeah. That's it. Man, I'm gonna get out of here, man. We can talk and nerd out all day and stuff like that, man. But I gotta get some rest and stuff like that, man. I've been at it since 5 something this morning, man. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna do more of this right here. I'm opening back up. So yeah, man. I don't know when the next time. It ain't gonna be this weekend. It's Easter weekend. So hopefully you guys enjoy your Easter weekend. And stuff like that, man. And you know, y'all stay being creative out there, DL. Don't go buy too much stuff now. Nah, man, but if you need me, man, just feel free to hit me up, and I'll definitely help you out. DJ Big Red, man, as always, man, it's good, man. Appreciate you, dog, and stuff like that, man. Appreciate you for hopping on or whatnot. I like that spin the wheel deal and stuff like that. I think we're gonna do a little bit more of that because it changes the way I have to think. Because sometimes when I come in here and I have my mind set on something, it always goes left. So that kind of put me on the spot, and I like being put on the spot. I like being challenged. So yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, man. DL, man, you be easy. Red, you be easy. Catch y'all on the next live stream next week, man. And y'all enjoy y'all Easter holiday, and remember the reason of it. And you know what I'm saying, keep your head on the swivel, and y'all be safe out there, man. Stay creative too, by the way. We out, man. Preach. Go ahead and turn this music up a little bit. Actually, I'm in the wrong thing to do that. Yeah. And we're gonna turn the music up.